Hello, Richard's Plumbing Repair. This is Sisco from Amplify Digital Marketing. I spoke with Beth earlier this morning, and I promised I would send out this video just giving you guys some tips and tricks as far as what you guys can be doing online to be able to outbeat your competition and just be able to grow your revenue by getting more clients. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. Some of the things that I'm looking for, guys, is do you have 1,500 to 2,000 words of content on your website? And that's super important because that helps you be optimized with Google. Now, you also want to have keywords within your website. And a keyword is anything someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. Okay, and that's super important to have within your content because you want to tell Google exactly what terms or what keywords you want your website to be found for. For example, if you're a plumber in Bradenton, then you want to let them know, like, hey, I'm a plumber in Bradenton. Put me up on the first pages of Google. Now, let's jump over to this tab here. The reason why is because I want to understand how well your website is performing. Okay, this tool called Ahrefs, it helps me understand the performance. So let's jump over to this section. So this section here is divided into two different scores. So this score here, this is your strength or your authority score. Okay, and then this guy here is how trustworthy your website is. Now, you're probably wondering, well, is that a good score? What score should be my scores? Well, right away, what I can tell you is you want to have like a golden ratio, meaning that both of these numbers being very close to each other. Now, from what I've seen in my experiences, you want to be able to have some scores that are 30 and above. The reason being is because that's what I've seen when it comes to Google ranking them higher. Now, the other thing that takes in consideration or just impacts these specific scores, just a couple things, is your backlinks. Okay, so currently you have 578 backlinks with 80 referring domains. Now, a backlink is anywhere you find one website linking to another via clickable or hyperlink text. Now, these links, they act like an endorsement for your website. However, not all backlinks are created equal. So it's worth noting that you want to get relevant backlinks pointing back to your website. But if you were to get a backlink, for example, from Pizza Hut, that could actually hinder your scores. The reason being is because you're not in the food industry. Okay. Now, the last thing I want to go over is your organic keywords. So I want to know exactly what you're being indexed for. So this is good right here. Plumbers, Bradenton. Okay. The volume here is 150. And this means is approximately 150 are searching for this keyword every single month. Could be a combination of residential and or commercial. Excuse me. Now, the reason why this is called a buyer intent keyword is for a couple things. One, plumbers. Okay, plumbers, that is specifically what you do, right? And it encompasses a lot of things, whether it's leak detection, whether it's just doing a project for plumbing, you name it. And then the second thing that makes it into a buyer intent keyword is the city. Okay, the city that you service. So these are the type of keywords you want to be ranking for. Another one is like this. Look, plumber, Bradenton, Florida, plumbing, Bradenton, Florida, Bradenton plumbers. So these are really good to be ranking for. What I'm noticing though, this is your position 6, 8, 7, 6. But look what's going on. You're losing these rankings. So that's something that you should be concerned for if you want to be on the first pages of Google. Now, let's look at your competition, okay? So looking at your competition on this tab, what I'm looking for is, once again, the content. Do they have keywords? Which they do. Look, plumbing services, Bradenton. So those are the type of keywords that I'm looking for. Now, let's just look how well their website's performing. So they got a strength flow of 24 and a trust floor of 5. So you're probably asking yourself, well, their ranking, they have less of a score than I do. Okay, and the reason could be is of various things. Now, what I tend to look at when situations like these, you want to look at what keywords they're ranking for. And look, plumbers, Bradenton, the same one you're ranking for, but look at the position number 3. So these positions are higher. And you're probably, once again, you're asking yourself, well, how is that? Several things. Their backlinks may be stronger and or they have more content than you do on your website, amongst other things. Now, let's just take this keyword, plumbers, Bradenton, and apply it to the Google searches and see what happens, okay, which is here. I'm going to take it section by section for you. So one, this is the Google Guarantee section or the Google Ads sections. So essentially, these business customers, or sorry, these businesses are running Google Ads. Anytime you call them, they get charged a small amount for every click they make, but nonetheless, they're getting a phone call from someone that seriously needs support. Second section, which is my favorite, is the Google My Business page. The reason why it's my favorite is because 30 to 40% of calls come from the Google My Business page. The last thing I want to go over is the organic listings. Okay, so this is where Google just organically places different businesses based on what they're doing on the back end with SEO. So we have Angie's List, and we have Wyman Plumbing. We have, I think I'm saying it right, Lapenzi Plumbing, and then we got the Better Business Bureau, and then we got Bradenton Plumbing LLC. Now, those are just some of the companies that are showing up organically. Anyhow, if you guys have any more questions, please feel free to email me back. I would ask for one thing. I would love some feedback from you. We'll love to get your thoughts. We'll love to see what questions you may have for me. So just go ahead and please email me back. Otherwise, you can always call me or text me directly at 509-949-9300. Thank you for your time, and we'll talk to you soon.